All right, welcome everybody to our Monday night team
Who's Nate?
call.
I thought it was Linda.
We missed everybody last week because obviously we were celebrating at Celebration. It was incredible, and we're so happy. Wow, so happy to come back and report. Yes, this is going to be a fun meeting. Report some good tidbits and some highlights for reminders for those of you that were there, and some good points for those of you that were not there. We're probably going to go a little bit longer than our 30 minutes because there's a lot of value in this meeting, and the stuff that we brought back and the stuff that we absorbed in Celebration is just undeniable and tough to explain everything, right, Carter? Can't get down to, right? I'm still waiting for you to bring Wayne to Celebration one year. Please. He's allowed. Am I yelling?
Seriously, how about since New Year's kickoff will be close, how about Phoenix? Should we do that?
Let's do it.
What do you think, everyone? Should I bring Wayne down to Phoenix?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's a little red vest. He's an assistant's dog. You'll be good.
So we're going to jump right in, and then I'm going to let Lisa and Jody do their thing, and Jen do their thing. One of the biggest things that I think is important to share with everybody amongst all the details that we're going to get is that, number one, there's no question, there's no doubt, we are in the right company at the right time. And I know you keep hearing this, and it's not a cliche. It is absolutely true to the core. When you see what's out there, you're so thankful to be aligned with this company. Mm-hmm. Jim and Kathy, I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen that trailer that Eric actually put on Instagram, and some of you have posted in Limitless of their video that's coming out. It'll move you. I mean, I get goosebumps every time I watch it. And we may be talking a little bit about that tonight. Yes, we are talking about that tonight. So it just makes you so proud. It makes me so proud what we have. One thing that stuck out to me was Jim was talking about the gig economy. The gig economy, for those of you that don't know what that is, right now there's more people that are doing freelance work and being hired through short-term contracts, okay? Never before have we had such high numbers in the gig economy, and that's why they're calling it that. And basically a fourth of the US population by 2020 will be functioning that way. Fourth of the population by 2020 will have short-term contracts or doing freelance work. That W-2 is, it's slowly fading away a little bit, working for the big corporate structure. By 2025, $340 billion will be earned through this economy, according to Forbes magazine. And in 5 years, 79 million people in the US will have a home-based business. What does that mean for us? It means what we're doing, people are looking for. So be loud and proud about what this is. You know, it's a different era right now. You know, we the first 10 years we talked about establishing ourselves as a product-based company with the science. Perfect. We did it. No question. Our products are undeniable and proven to work. We have over 700,000 people that have been on the system. We have clinical studies that prove it works. They're not being tested anymore in terms of do they work. We know that, okay? And the second decade now is a money story. We are changing lives right and left. And all of you on this call, if you don't know that, know it and get to know the stories of people whose lives have been financially changed forever through this model. So when you're sharing this opportunity, understand people are looking for what we have. It is the gig economy, and you're going to deliver something to them that they're looking for. They just don't know what this is. So we all want to know. We want to know everything in the products. We want to know exactly how the compensation plan knows. Know the basics, but use the tools. But definitely be one with and be a 20 out of 10 in terms of what this can do for someone's life. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there and I'll jump in afterwards.
Pass the mic.
Pass the mic.
Okay, so there were so many things that happened at Celebration. First off, thank you everybody who made the sacrifice to take time away from work, to take time away from families, to spend the money, to leave town, and to be there and be playing at 150%. It does not go unnoticed. We know how much it pours into people, so we really appreciate when you all get to events. We love it. Plus, we get to all hug each other and hang together, and that is really the meat and potatoes of this business in my mind, is being able to have this community, and we have a pretty rad community. So one of the first things that that Isagenix really, wanted to share was their brand evolution. And, through the years, Josh and I have been with the company for 7 years, and we've had a few brand evolutions. And it's always a little funky at first when you change your labels or change your logo. But Isagenix believes in making sure that they stay relevant and stay with the times, and serving the needs of the culture. So they have changed the ISA guy. And I don't know, people who went to Celebration know this, and but the reason that the ISA guy is there, he's an ISA A, and the A stands for associate, and that is the guiding light for Isagenix, that if it's not right for the associate, it is not right for Isagenix. And that ISA A, with arms in the air, is the international symbol for success and victory. Anytime anybody's ever won anything, they just do this, right? Or a hug. It's a very what's the word?
Universal expression.
That's not the word I'm looking for.
Well, I think it's universal expression.
That's more than one word.
It's an innate response. Look at your kids when they win. Boom, put
Yes.
their hands up, right?
Okay, that's so not what I'm looking for, but it's okay. It's good. That's good too. Anyways, that the reference of that A being the associate, it's very poignant to our culture. That's the one. Okay, so along with the new ISA A, there's some new branding, and we've switched over from green to blue. And it just so happens, and we didn't know this when we got the Team Limitless shirts, it just so happens that we have blue as well, so we fit right in. But the blue is very tranquil, it's very soothing, and the new oils all have blue bottles, which nobody else in the industry has, with the white cap. So we're kind of, instead of catching up to the trends, we're kind of getting ahead of the trend here. So that should feel very good for everybody, that our company is absolutely trying to make sure that we stay relevant and we stay with the times. They've been very concentrated on getting our products perfect. So I don't have any problems with this. And I love the new branding, right? So, normally at events, they launch a bunch of new products. This event, there was a very big focus on oils. And the reason, the reason that they didn't launch any really other new products was because the oils is a big deal. And they do take a little bit of education. So they did spend a good amount of time with breakouts and science sessions teaching people about the oils. But there are a number of resources. I am a very newbie to oils. So I am all about the Essential Oils Toolkit, which is on isagenix.com. In fact, I'm going to post the link right here, right now in the chat box so that you can all go right there, learn a little bit about the products and what all the different oils are for. I highly encourage, if you don't have them, get that full kit with the diffuser and everything, because the minute you smell one of them or put one of them on your skin or use one of them in your shake or your water, you're going to fall in love and you're just going to go crazy, even if you were not an oil person. Unbelievable. One thing to keep in mind, our oils are priced lower than all the other comparable companies out there, and our bottles are way bigger. So that is a really big tip when you're talking to other oilers, as they call them, or somebody who's just kind of looking around at all the different oils. They're 100% pure. They're not processed in any way except for the extraction from the actual plant or herb. And they are pure, pure, pure. There are many, many companies out there that use chemical processing to dilute and make a higher yield. So we're not going to debate anybody. We just know that we have pure oils. You all know what company we're with. We do things beyond compare. So just know that these things are the real deal. They're amazing. And they priced them lower. That's like the coolest thing. I mean, so cool. All right. So the other thing is the s'mores bars have now become permanent. They were such a big hit that they decided those will be permanent now. So congratulations to all you s'mores lovers, because now you can get as many as you want. Yeah, Brad. All right. And there are going to be some new dairy-free options coming, which is going to make quite a few people happy. Know that the company is really focused on sustainability, plant-based nutrition, knowing that, we're going to evolve with the times. There are many, many people out there, especially with, the science that we preach. People are kind of junked up, and a lot of people are switching over to being vegetarian or vegan. So they're going to make sure they take care of that aspect. Plus we have Peta Kelly at the co-helm. So she's going to really rule that charge. All right. So that covers the new products. I mean, that's what we've got, but it's a very big deal. Those oils are awesome. Get into them, get going, and share them with people. They're really easy to share because you just like rub them on yourself and go, smell. It's not like you don't have to blend up a shake and go, taste.
I want to add something about the oils. All this, also know this, that the quality of the oils, so we have independently tested all of the oils on the market. And what they found was
just check it.
Isogenics has independently tested all of the oils on the market. And just so you know, our oils are the same as the highest quality or better that's out there right now. So again, we don't have to debate this with anybody. We can just tell them, listen, we've tested all the oils. They have been tested, and our oils are the same quality as the highest quality oils or better. And again, look at the price point that Lisa just talked about with the quantity you're getting. So it's a no-brainer.
Totally. Can you shut them real quick?
This one?
Yeah, the whole. Okay, so next up on the list is the Legacy Foundation. So this is something near and dear to Josh and my heart. This is the new charitable foundation that Jim and Kathy and Eric and Peta have developed and started within Isogenics so that they can have a much broader spectrum of giving back. And this can be found on isogenicslegacyfoundation.com. You can start to utilize this as your charitable donation in your auto ship. You can do it just through the back office. But this is an opportunity for us to make a much more global impact. So I actually want to read the mission statement because it's pretty cool, and I'm not going to do it justice. So the Isogenics Legacy Foundation creates sustainable impact globally through volunteer efforts and charitable contributions focused on healthy nutrition for underdeserved children, wellness education for all, and aid for those affected by natural disasters. I already have chills reading this. Through this shared purpose, we leave an enduring legacy in communities around the world. We live in a world where millions of people lack basic needs. There's too many children that battle poor nutrition due to poverty and lack of resources. People of all ages struggle with wellness and overall health. Natural disasters devastate families, and communities are left to pick up the pieces. To that we say no more. We believe in 3 truths and intend to make them a reality. Every child deserves a healthy, nutritious meal. Every person deserves the education and empowerment to live a healthy life. Every family deserves the means to survive and recover from a natural disaster. The Isogenics Legacy Foundation is committed to restoring resources across the world that will alleviate the pain caused by the lack of these basic needs. So, I mean, I really don't even have to say any more. That is just bone chilling. But the best part here is Jim and Kathy, Eric, Peta, and John Anderson are covering 100% of the expenses of this charitable foundation. Not 1 cent goes to running this foundation. Every single cent goes to the charitable foundation to help children and families of natural disaster. This is a big deal. And this is going to allow for so many more people to help and give back. We have a lot of people on the team that are blue and white and have a huge heart of service. And this is an opportunity for them to really jump in and give back in a much bigger way. And it just kind of rounds out the whole package here. We're helping everybody, and now we have a bigger possibility of giving back. And this is going to be stuff like They're going to have opportunities for us to, fly into inner cities and teach kids how to garden, travel overseas and do disaster relief. I mean, there's going to be massive opportunities, and rumor has it that these will maybe be incentive trips as well. So incentivizing our big-hearted people to participate in a competition so they can get into a volunteer position where Isagenix flies them there and they can give back to communities, whereas they might not have been able to, but they really desire to. So I know that speaks to a bunch of you on the team because I've heard you say it. Okay, now let's get into the exciting stuff. That was exciting, but let's just dash to Disney right now. Everybody want to go to Disney? Let's go to Disney. Woo! All right. We got to say that a little lower because we have more than 2 kids. Okay. So I'm going to go over a little bit of the details, and then Josh is going to give you some numbers on how you all can get there. Okay. And remember, tomorrow night, isagenixzoom.com at 8 p.m., Josh and I and John Rains are going to be doing the Isagenix corporate Zoom on Dash to Disney. So log into that too. You'll probably hear a little bit of the same stuff, but probably not. Also, it'll be real fun no matter what. All right, so you must register for Dash to Disney. It's in your back office under contests and promotions. Just click the button, and registering is, really that simple. You just hit register. Okay, so this contest is running from July 30th to November 18th. So if you've enrolled anybody prior to even hearing about this from July 13th or July 30th on, those enrollments are going to count as long as they're 150 BV. Okay.
You said from July 30th?
Yeah, July. I said 13th, but I meant 30th. Okay. So for your newly personally enrolled, now pay attention to these details because it was a little confusing the other night when we were trying to figure this out. Newly personally enrolled, you're going to get 1 point per BV. So since you have to have 150 BV, you're going to have 150 points. For the example, if someone joins on 150 BV, you get 150 points. For that new person, any of their auto ship orders and then subsequent orders are 1 point per BV. Okay. So somebody joins on a value pack, you're getting 320 points. Their auto ship's 150, you get another 150 points. Okay. New people only. Now, when those new people share with a person, then your points are going to triple. Those are the only 2 ways you're going to earn points. Your personally enrolled that are right now enrolling people do not trickle up to you for points. They'll get the points, but you don't. Everybody clear on that because that was a little confusing. Okay, so when you're 2 PET, which means you've enrolled a new person and then they enrolled someone, when they have enrolled someone, those points are triple. So if they enroll a value pack, you're going to get 960 points for that. Okay. All right. And so the idea here, obviously, is they're helping us build our businesses. We want new blood, and we want to show them how to share. So get people rank advancing. You don't get points for rank advancements. It's all about BV, but it's starting those wheels turning of bringing in a new team, teaching them how to share right away, making sure they're on auto ship. You're going to get points for all of that. So there is going to be a report in the back office. I don't think it's working just yet, but once you register, I think probably 24 hours after that, it'll start to show up. But what I do, and this is probably just overkill, but I track everything. I have a spreadsheet. I did it for the championship cruise. We got 4th place, so maybe it's a good idea. So I track everything because sometimes when you have a contest this big too, you want to just make sure that you're on point, right? So you want to know everything. Plus, if you're tracking, you're going to see if someone's auto ship didn't go or you need to remind them or something like that. All right. Moving on from here, here is how you win the trip. So earning 10,000 points in this contest gets you 4 3-day hopper passes. 10,000 points equals 4 3-day hopper passes. And in a minute, Josh is going to give you these numbers, and it's going to blow your mind how simple this is. Okay, and out of everybody that's registered, the top 250 point earners are going to also get 3 nights stay at the Grand Floridian, which is a pretty fantastic
Sweet
resort.
hotel, beautiful.
I Googled it. It is gorgeous. Watch the video and like just imagine yourself flying around that place. It's amazing. Like Tinkerbell. And then the top 125 total point earners, and that's top 100 in US and Puerto Rico and the top 25 in Canada. So that was a little confusing too, but that's how that works. So pretty much if you live in the US, you have to be one of the top 100. You are also going to get $1,000 spending cash. All right. Okay. So we came up with a strategy, and you don't have to use this, but it's a strategy we came up with, and Josh's going to go over the numbers and what it means and how you all can take part in that as well.
Awesome. So yes, I mean, strategy is everything. We want the tracks to run on. Who here wants a GPS to get to Disney? Who wants an actual system?
I don't want to drive though.
No, we're not driving.
No GPS.
So, and this is how you run a business. You have to know numbers, and you have to have a strategy, or you don't have a strategy and you just wing it. But I don't suggest you do that. So July 30th to November 18th, it's about 14 weeks. And what we calculated was we need about 67 enrollments in that time frame. So before everybody freaks out, just hear me, because I'm going to switch gears in a second. We need about 67 enrollments. That's 5 enrollments a week. Now, some of you are saying, there's no way I'm doing 5 enrollments a week. Just hold on one second. We're going to diffuse this down to a much simpler way. But just watch this. That's what it comes down to. 5 enrollments a week, and they must be at 150 BV. So I said, wow, but that's a lot of people, because most of us don't do 5 a week. Even the top income earners don't do 5 a week. They do 5 a month. If you're doing 5 a month, you're in a good place. A show of hands. I don't know if we can see everybody on this call, but show of hands. If you've received a double PIB, raise your hand. If you've done a double, okay, awesome. So it's doable, right? And it's actually more doable if we have a focus and we have an intent on getting a double PIB that week, right? Most of us, if we put our minds to it and we actually play the game the right way, and our strategy is to double our PIBs, we do it. Some of us that haven't done it, we do it if it comes along. But if we're intentional, everybody can double the PIB if you put your mind to it. So we put together this strategy, and I ran the numbers based on, I love Eric Worre, so I ran the numbers based on Eric Worre using the value pack. And what we found out was we need 14 enrollments in this time period. You need 14 enrollments on a value pack. That's it. We're talking 14 weeks. Everybody can do it. And if you've doubled it once, you can double it twice. But we don't even have to. If you get 1 value pack a week for 14 weeks, you're in the game plus their auto ship. And I'll go through this in a second. But what I want you to write down is we want to enroll. Here's your GPS. We want to enroll 14 people using value packs. Now remember, these numbers are for you, but don't forget that your people that you enroll are also building. Your points are going to triple. So this is very conservative. Is everybody with me on that? These are numbers if no one else enrolls anybody. Got it? But you know you're going to teach your associates to get to consultants. You're going to get people paid. Even if they don't want the business, you're going to get to eat their food for free, right? Because that's what we do. So this is without that. So it's going to happen. Okay, so we want to enroll 14 people on VPACs. If you're going to enroll 14 people using the 20% rule, we need to give 70 presentations. So write down, I'm going to give 70 presentations in this whole span. It's not in 1 week, you guys. It's the 14 weeks. Okay, it's going to make you feel a little better. So we got 14 weeks to do this. We're going to enroll 14 people on VPACs. That means we're going to give 70 presentations. So if you're going to present, and remember, a presentation isn't an hour long. It can be 3 minutes. It can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It means you're showing the tools and you're showing someone the opportunity. That's it. That's what a presentation is. If you're going to give 70 presentations,
Can
that
I
means—
add one note to that?
Yeah.
So a lot of people get confused with what's a presentation. I wrote a note that it's the cake and the ask for the enrollment. That's what I consider a presentation. You're caking them and you're asking them for the sale.
Right, it can be, and you can also cake them before to get the appointment to show them. So it's both. It's both. So how many appointments do you need? If you're going to give 70 presentations, you need 88 appointments. Okay, so write down 88. I need to make 88 appointments because we know there's a 25% no-show, 25% no-show. So if you make 88 appointments, most likely you're going to get 70 presentations to happen. So if you want to make 88 appointments, that's 220 calls. 220. Now, Kate's eyes just fell out of her head, but Kate, you're already doing that. Most people are doing it, but when you see it on paper, it's scary. the people that are working this business, you guys are doing it already, but it's just scary to see that one number right down on that piece of paper. Now, why did I say 220? You talk to 220 people, but only 88 make appointments, because 40% don't do it. 40% don't call you back. They say, I'm not interested, whatever it is. Totally fine. And if you're going to talk to 220 people, that means you need a list of 420. So on your list, and I don't think I've talked to anybody on here that has a list less than 800, 1,000, 2,000. I mean, some of you have lists that are 3,000 deep. So you know thousands of people. So to have a list of 420, that's very simple to do. I mean, most of you, if you dilute your Facebook list and your Instagram and your LinkedIn, you're going to have thousands right there, or 500 right there. So we need a list of 420. We're going to actually get on the phone with 220, because most of those people you contact aren't going to call you back, or not most of them, but a lot of them won't call you back. That leads to 88 appointments. So you're going to get 70 presentations. And if we use the 20% rule, that's 14 enrollments. Now here's another kicker. You guys are not 20%ers. You guys are 30, 40%ers. I'm just saying, if 20% say yes to you, no matter what you say and how bad I mess it up, 20% are going to say yes to me. You guys are 30 and 40%ers. So I'm giving you bare bones. Now, if 14 people enroll on value packs, that's 4,480 points right there. At least one of them goes on auto ship, right? One of them on auto ship.
No, all of them.
Do all of them, excuse me, all of them on auto ship at least once. At least once. So if they stand for auto ship once, that's another 6,300 points. You just got to Disney right there.
And that's 150 BV.
150 BV. So don't think you can't do this. Some of you are thinking, oh, it's 14 VPACs. If you put your mind to it and you start working this as a business, I promise you, most of you are going to do way more than that. It's just a lot of us don't have the intent. We really don't know what we need to be doing every week, but these are the numbers, right? And we're not going to get into what do I need to be doing every day. If you want to set up another call for that, and we want to do a coaching call, just reach out to us and I'll show you what activities you need to do every day to get to those numbers. I'm happy to show that to you, because we've done that thousands of times, but that's not what this call is about. Does that make it a little more palatable and attainable by most of you? Good. Jody.
Sorry, I couldn't unmute. Could you just, the auto ship, so that was each month auto ship 150 BV, or just one auto ship for all 14 of those?
So at least one auto ship for all 14 of those at 150. Now remember, some might not do auto ship, but some might do 3 or 4 months because they're going to stay on the program. So
right.
It all balances out. But what you want to shoot for is each one of them to stay on auto ship for at least 1 month. And you're going to be surprised, because we know we have a 2% return globally. So we know the numbers are up in the 90%, especially to show them how to get paid.
Right.
The other part, before I hand it back over to Lisa, the other part of this is, what struck me was that I think a lot of people think that if you're going to get someone to consultant, they're in the business. That's not true at all. Just because you get them to consultant does not mean they're in the business. It means you're helping them get their pack paid for, or share this with people they think that it can benefit. So everybody, every one of your associates, you should be working to get them to consultant. Even if they said, Kate, I do not want this business. I will never do the business. It's just the nutrition. Awesome. Who do you know that we can help? Who do you know that we can help? And how about you get your pack paid for? How about we turn that $589 into $139? No one's ever said no to that, because I'm not talking to them about the business. I'm just saying, what if we could turn that pack into $139? No one said no to that. So you get them to consultant, boom, you're getting points right and left. And your team now, these people are giving you points. So this outline that I just gave you is if no one else helped you, but you know that's not true. Because during this 14 weeks, your people that you bring in, you're going to help them identify their people, and you're tripling your points, right? Does everybody feel a little better? Is that awesome or what? Dr. Kate?
So we're talking about total BV, right? So can we also activate people and have that, so it's just new enrollments only?
Hi.
Okay.
Hi. Yes, just new enrollments from that date, from July 30th.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Good question.
Go ahead, Crystal.
So if somebody does the order now instead of auto ship, say they want to order and they just bypass their auto ship, they push it out, but they order, do those points count?
Yeah.
Yeah, subsequent orders are the same exact. So
If it's in that time frame.
your 1 PET, you get 1 point per subsequent order. Your 2 PET, you get 3 points for subsequent orders.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Megan.
Can you hear me? I've never done this.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
You're so good.
If you registered, so if the enrollment was after July 30th, but you just registered, does that enrollment count?
Yes, if it's after July 30th.
But before you registered?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the questions that came up was if I enrolled someone 3 months ago and they were a customer and now they're an associate, they don't count at all. Everybody has to be brand new from July 30th.
Anyone else? Okay. One other note on that, those 14 those 14 people, if each one of those 14 enroll just one value pack for themselves, that's another 13,440 points just for that. So even if you teach them how to share with one value pack, you're going to generate more points just for that than you would in the initial. Okay. This is also a really good time to share the, oops, that's not the document I wanted, to share the Rockstar Start. Because with the Rockstar Start, we're really giving the BV to the top person that we're enrolling. The top person we're enrolling is getting 150 BV. We get 1 point. You're going to teach that person to enroll a business builder and a Val Pack. Those triple. So mega points on that one. I actually have the point spread on that one. This is a really good way to do that. Not only that, but you're showing them how to get a business builder and the supplemental products to get 2 full value packs plus all the extras for only $658 by sharing with their spouse and one other person on a Val Pack. So we can go over that too on another call.
There's a video in Team Limitless. We just tagged some people. I did a video. Just type in Rockstar Start or Couple Start in the search bar in Team Limitless. You'll see a quick video where I show all the numbers. It's actually very simple.
Yep.
And you can send, you can learn that, but you can send it. I've sent that as a tool or tag people in it so they can see how we're talking about starting them.
Totally. So the number on that is if you do one Rockstar Start, you're getting 3,051 points just for that.
Dr. Kate.
Yeah, I am sorry if you already mentioned this and I wasn't present because I had to take my dog out to the bathroom. But are you saying that, so for your second PET, do all the BV triple, like for their enrollments? So we're really encouraging team growth.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily how many people you can enroll, it's how many people you can help them enroll.
Exactly.
Right?
That's where the bigger points are. Yeah.
That's why.
Okay, so those points all triple.
Yep.
Yes. That's why when I'm saying the 14 and the 70 conversations, go into it thinking you're the only one that counts, and you will be pleasantly surprised, and you will shoot right up. But focus on your efforts, and by doing that, it didn't take me 14. It took me maybe 7 now, right? So, but go into it full thrust.
Totally. And those numbers that Josh shared about having those 220 phone calls, that's only 2 calls a week. 2 calls a day. 2 calls a day.
It's nothing.
That's potatoes. Like, that's so easy. 2 calls a day. Nobody has an excuse to not make 2 calls a day. Super simple. So that's just that bare minimum, getting your tickets. All right. So here's what Josh and I want to do. And this is why we put those numbers out there too. We want to get all those 14 in the first month. Because why not? 1, you're going to set your business up to skyrocket. 2, you're going to get the points for every single auto ship the entire contest period. And hello, if you get 14 in 1 month, how many people can you help them enroll? And how many more can you enroll? It's just, it's magical, just like Disney, to just crush it in the beginning.
Yeah, and you'll see these high income earners, these people making mid 6 figures, high 6 figures consistently. They'll tell you it's a couple explosions. It's the 20 and 30, or it's these Dash to Disney, these contests. The company's very smart because this is where people thrust, and all of a sudden, what they did in that little growth of explosion, little period of explosion, blew up their business because 2 rock stars fell in their lap.
Yep.
Through this curation process.
100%. And we've had competitions where you had to enroll 13, 14, 15 people in 30 days. And when you have a deadline, you make it happen. So give yourself a deadline of 14 people in the next 4 weeks. You can totally make it happen. It will absolutely work for you. If you see the target, hit the target. Right, Jody? It's your favorite line. Okay, let's move along from this Disney explosion because I'm too excited and I'm getting all red. So Jody, I'd like to call upon you now to talk about Say, Share, Do, please.
All right. Thank you so much. I'm so excited about Dash to Disney, and I'm so excited about Say, Share, Do. If you were at Celebration, you know that they hammered home Say, Share, Do. There might have even been some vanilla ice to sort of lead into it, but literally just Say, Share, Do. And so I know Jen's going to go over the success plan, but I'm just going to sort of use the beginning of it. So if you haven't been to isagenixbusiness.com, start here, Say, Share, Do. Go immediately after this call and download the PDF of Say, Share, Do. It's fantastic. You can email it to people. It literally is nice and easy to be read. And here's the deal, guys. We have been looking for the tracks to run on. Josh and Lisa have done an amazing job, and Jen Gebby, of creating tracks for us to run on. But you know what? Isagenix went to the top leaders in the field, and they created a plan that everyone can follow. They did not just do this from corporate. They literally asked the top leaders in the field, what are you doing? What's working? And so I'm not going to go through the details of Say, Share, Do, but it's this simple. If it doesn't duplicate, it doesn't count. Period. That's a mistake I've been making for a long time now. And as Ken will tell you, he came to Celebration, and every conversation we have had since Celebration is me saying, Say, Share, Do. Say, Share, Do, because that's what will duplicate. We're talking about here having people, do what we're doing, share with their 2 people, even if it's just their 2 people. Say, Share, Do is the way to do that. It's the templates, it's the tracks to run on. If they feel like the script makes them uncomfortable, tough, guys. These are proven verbiage that work. Get over it, use it, do it. And I don't mean to be tough love here, but it doesn't get any easier than this. It has been handed to us on a silver platter. Say, Share, Do. So it's on isagenixbusiness.com. Start here. You can send people to that, have them check it out. It's also a PDF that you can download that you can share with people. And when people are asking you something, Say, Share, Do. When you start to talk to people about, yes, the Ice Life Success Plan, Jen's going to talk about that, right? When you start to talk to people, hey, who are 2 people that would want to do this with you? Great, here's why. You talk them through You Share, They Share, and then you immediately get them the scripts from Say, Share, Do, so that the first moment they reach out to somebody, they know exactly what to say and they know exactly what steps to take. So I think that's about all I can say about that. It's just that simple. I know I'm making a very conscious effort to reel myself in, no matter how I've been doing this business previously. Follow the script. The book and the sheets are with me everywhere. And even conversations I've previously started, I'm trying to work into Say, Share, Do so that that person experiences it. So when I ask them to use it, they say, oh, yeah, you did that with me. I can do that. And that's the key. Everybody should be able to say, I can do that, whether they want to share with 2 people or 200 people and blow up their business.
100%.
Awesome.
Thank you. Jody, the only reason I was waving the book is because the Say, Share, Do is in our book now too, which is awesome. And Jen, is she?
Yes, she is.
Oh, there she is. We're going to jump right over to Jen to talk about the new Ice Life Success Plan. Are you ready, Jen? Or? Okay, cool. Thank you, Jody.
Awesome, Jody.
Thanks everyone for the recaps. I'm really grateful for them, and I'm super excited too that we have the on-demand feature as well. So make sure if you weren't at Celebration, you can still have time to listen to their recordings and get all this great information. But I recently did a post on this yesterday on the ISO Life Success Plan. And I was chatting with Lisa about it because my initial reaction was just like, oh, they didn't come back out with this book, which I know many people on the team have. But as I was going through the new IsoLife plan, I realized that there are components of it that I am really loving. And I think, you know, especially as we're doing the Dash to Disney and we're working harder to helping people in our team be successful, I think this is going to be an incredible tool for all the new people that are joining us. So, also to Jody's point, when you go to isogenicsbusiness.com, next to the Start Here section, there is a button to print a copy of this off. If you want to, you can purchase this copy as well on the IsoTool Sound Concepts website, which we can post in Team Limitless. But you can also just do front to back and print off 50 pages and you'll have this entire booklet. So couple of things, when you first open this book, page 19, you do your goals. So I think this is a great tool to have your new person write down their goals and then schedule a time to go through the goals with them. And there's a couple of things too, like on page 20 of like, what are you going to do to eliminate distractions and put together your calendar and so forth. So page 19 and 20 are two great pages, I think, to go through with your new person. And then this is how I'm starting to do it. So my goal and intention is to make a new connection, at least one new person, right, every single day when I'm going out and doing my day-to-day. So in the day-to-day, I'm writing the name of the person and where I met them. So for me, this is just a really great tool of when I'm like, you know, coming back through of people to follow up with and to reconnect with. I'll always have this in my backpack or my purse because it's light and handy for me to have on the go. On a side note, it's over there somewhere. I do still have I'll grab it, my red book. And this is my master book of all of my names. Right. So I do recommend having some sort of tool for, like, you know, when you're connecting with new people and having those conversations, to have the master book. But this is how I'm using it as far as in just my day-to-day of new connections. And then Sunday night, I go right in my calendar, all the important calls that are coming up this week. Right. So this week, for example, we have, you know, our call tonight, tomorrow night, Dash to Disney, Josh and Lisa. Right? Wednesday, Experience Isogenics. You want to make sure that you're inviting people to those calls that corporate does for us every single Wednesday. And in Unleash You, I'm always, you know, posting a reminder, and then you want to tag your people in that as well. So, so that's the calendar part. And then just your top priorities and your top goals. And, you know, I think the biggest thing, and it's so obvious, but is to actually use it right and to write in it. I think the more intentional we are with just writing names down of people that pop into our minds and just getting in the habit of that, because I do believe, I can't tell you how many times that I'll write someone's name in my book and then they follow up with me before I even have time to follow up with them. So I love that. So the other cool thing too is that it also has all the major events are already printed in here as well. And then we're going to get a new copy of this come NYKO. So the scripts are in here too in the first section, right? The first 19 pages, 18 pages are all of the scripts and what to do. So again, I would just become super familiar with this. And when you have your new person, encourage them to read through the scripts and then to go through it with them, right? And helping them create the text that's going to feel right for them and their style. But this is, again, a really great baseline to do that. Isomovie.com. Oh, by the way, who loves the new Isomovie, like in all the new videos that they're doing? And I don't know if everyone's noticed yet, but within Isomovie, there's a blue button at the bottom of different packs and systems to start on. So if you can remember, I was always trying to create new flyers when products would, yep, Jody's holding it up too. It's right, it's here on page 7, but there's a link within Isomovie, so you can just copy and paste that link or the image and send it to people. So super excited for this, because I was always recreating this when new things would come up. So I'm just grateful for all these little things that Isogenics is doing for us. So they're literally making it so simple to do this truly from your phone. When I went to Nashville this past week, I didn't even bother bringing my computer because I knew anything urgent I could do from my phone, which I'm super grateful for. And let's see, other important pages, I think just a reminder is pages 11, right, of doing the you share, they share. So again, when you have a new person, it's just walking through these steps, right? So send them a link to this and then tell them to go to page 11, and then you walk them through the you share, they share, and you have them fill in those names, direct them then to go to Ice a Movie to start watching some movies and then writing names down. And that, I mean, that's exactly how I got started 4 years ago. And it truly is, you know, that simple. What else? Page 14 is also your map to Crystal Executive. I think I can say for sure the best thing I've done for my business is going to Crystal Executive more than once. I've done it 3 times now. And it truly, you know, I honestly, and so I think at a minimum, you want to do it at least once a year at a minimum, right? I mean, and Isogenics does promotions around that too and rewards you very well for doing it. So again, start writing that out. And then a couple other things. There's some great transformation stuff in the back, resources, all the websites and stuff and content that we have. They also have like all the training calls and stuff are here. Like on page 78, it's crazy all this information that's literally consolidated into this little book. And then lastly, just what I wanted to point out, what I'm doing in the notes section, I've chosen to dedicate 1 page for like each month, and then tracking like the top achievers, like leader in action formula. And on this page, because I like to have a one page that I can go to know my rank advancements for the month and my enrollments for the month. So whenever I need that quick reference of when something new is rolled out, I want to make sure I'm telling all my new people, I'm going to go customers, and then tracking again my points and, you know, my 4 PET points as far as their growth and, you know, cycles people are sitting on because I want to help people get paid. So that was the one thing that I felt like, I don't know, Lisa, how you feel. I felt like I was lacking room for that type of tracking that I was used to in my bigger planner. So anyways, so that's how I decided to just kind of like leverage this booklet. But anyways, so that's my feedback. Does anyone have any questions? Does everyone have a copy?
Jen, I have a question for you. Was
Yeah.
my book the only one that came with bifocals and reading glasses, or did anybody else get those? Because I feel like it's a message to me.
Well, I guess the value, right, is that you can have the PDF version.
Gotcha.
I think the part where, to your point, where it is hard to read.
No, I'm just going blind.
No, but some of the script things, it is harder to read. And so some of those pages, I think you should just print off,
Yeah.
You know? But
you're looking really close into your business. That's why.
right, I know, right?
Awesome. It's so everything's right there, Jen. I love it.
It is.
It's all right there.
It is. I mean, it shows you recognition tips. It tells you a little about oils, compliance. I mean, like sit in bed and read this from cover to cover. Like it's a sleazy novel. Like it is good.
Right.
I know. Get into it.
Hey,
like,
before we go
good.
on, let's take a little break here. If this is your first celebration, put your hand up. First celebration, put your hand way up so we can see it. Everybody else give you a round of applause. Nice.
That is awesome. So awesome. We had so many new people, and that's the lifeblood. Events are just the most amazing part. I wanted to add really quickly on the IsoLife, if you feel like this is not enough room, because I am a checklister. I add these in on pages if I need to, because I like to track everything, put check marks and everything. So if you feel like you need like little stickies, go ahead and stick them on. I do that even on the big planner because I like to track a ton of stuff, but you guys know me. Okay. So next up, oh my God, I'm so excited about this. Okay. What? Oh, I'm yelling. You can just say it. That's fine. Okay. So there are some, I'm still yelling. There are some, I gotta figure this out. Okay. There are some new updates to the IsoLife app. Okay. The IsoLife app just got that much better. If you are not using the IsoLife app because you weren't really wanting to get up to speed with it or it wasn't working the way you wanted, there is some new stuff, and Isagenix is always improving upon it. So rest assured that this stuff is getting amazing. So we now have the capability of enrolling someone in 2 minutes, and you don't even need to be at your computer. So they've incorporated a recommended cart. So what this is you actually have to be on your computer to set these up, but you can set up, I think it was 10, it could be up to 20, it actually might be 20. But my kids stole my notebook, so I can't remember that part. So it's at least 10. You can set up to 10 carts or more with your recommended products. So right now, I have a value pack as the initial order, and then this is what I'm calling this, and you guys can steal this completely because I love this. I am calling the auto ship. Of course, I'm just nervous. So I'm calling the auto ship my lifestyle continuance system. Right? It's not auto ship, it's your lifestyle continuation. Okay, so your first order is going to be value pack. Here's your cart. Your auto ship is going to be our lifestyle continuance system, and you're gonna just put something in there. I have a shake and cleanse and a belly buster in there. Boom. Those two things on month 2 are gonna smoke it. So that's what I'm gonna recommend. That's over 150 BV, and we're good. So that's one recommended cart. The next one can be the 30-day, and then maybe a custom 30-day for month 2. The next one can be the premium pack, and maybe a whatever you want for the second one. But those are going to all be there for you to kind of pick, okay, this person wants that, this person wants that. You're going to put their name in, just their name, generate a link, shoots right to you send it to your customer and say, here you go, I've set up your initial order for you. All you have to do is enter your name and billing information. If you want to change the flavors around, great, go ahead. But what else is going to happen is it's going to recommend add-ons. So they're going to see that. They're going to be in a e-commerce site like Amazon when they put stuff on the side and go, oh, what's that shiny thing? I want to put that in my cart too. So they're going to have that experience instead of you just asking for the order over the phone. They're going to see all the shiny objects. They're going to know what other options are there. Isagenix is going to recommend certain things to be added on, and it will all be there, and you can enroll someone within 2 minutes. So this is available in Australia, Canada, New Zealand, USA, and Puerto Rico for right now. And I'm going to post, I'm not looking at the notes, or the chat, so I'm going to post a video that goes over what I just said. And it's a beautiful video, and it just, it's great. And it explains it much quicker than I did. You have something?
Nope.
Okay. All right, so next up is the Global IsaBody Challenge. Many of you know that the IsaBody Challenge offers up a $25,000 prize. But wait, it's different. It is now a $50,000 grand prize. What? Because they're making it global. So I don't even know how many runners up and all that stuff, but the grand prize winner is now going to get $50,000. So standard value pack, IsaLife app, IsaBody Challenge. It is silly to pass up $200 in extra free product every 16 weeks. You know what people's biggest objection on IsaBody is? I don't want to take my clothes out for a picture. Hello, you don't have to, but they think they do. They think they have to post that picture somewhere. It's like, just stand in your jeans. I don't care. Enter the challenge. Like, just enter. Be in it to win it, right? All right. Now we're going to talk to you about a little something that Kathy Coover is very excited about.
So all of you know that Kathy talks about very openly are the numbers, the percentages of customers and business builders. So right now, Isagenix has 85% customers and 15% business builders. And that's awesome. That's awesome because we are their Whole Foods. Most people are coming to us for the purest, cleanest food on the planet. And that's incredible. But Kathy and Jim and Eric have big visions, right? We already see the trajectory of this company. We see the massive growth. And her vision in the near future is to have 30% business builders and 70% customers. And they're going to do it. because that's going to take the company into a whole new dimension. Again, like I said before, we've already proven ourselves in terms of the quality and the effectiveness and the results with a simple system that anybody can use. And now they get to share this money story. And because they're sharing this money story, so many people are jumping on that train and they're seeing results financially for those that are plugging in, right? This is not a get rich quick. This is not make $1 million in 2 weeks. This is do the hard work. Here is a simple system without reinventing the wheel, and let me show you what is possible. So for some people, it's an extra $100 a week, man, and that changes their life. For some people, they need an extra $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, whatever it is. It's so attainable if they just plug in. So there's a couple new videos that are out that we want to call your attention to. Lisa's going to post them in here. We'll post the link. It's a new link on the business of the future, which is an awesome video. So everybody watch it, because this is another tool for you to send somebody when you're talking about the business. And then that sneak peek that I shared, I started talking about with Eric and Peter and Jim. It is so raw. It is so incredible. It's right to the bone of who these people are. And it's bone chilling. If you've seen it, raise your hand. If you're at Celebration, you remember seeing it, right? And keep your hand up if you've watched it a few times. Can you put that down for a second so I can see them? Keep your hand up if you've watched it a few times. Keep your hand up if every time you watch it you get chills, because I sure. It is. So for those of you that don't have your hand up, watch this video. Again, it's going to pull you into who the Cougars are, who PETA is. This is not, here's our corporate team and, you know, their title looks good. Everything that they talk about, the legacy foundation, their give back to humanity, the fact that we're going to be, we don't have the number, that we're going to be complete sustainable in 100% recyclable packaging by, I think it was, and some of you can correct me if it was 2028, all of our packaging, you guys, is going to be completely reusable.
Zero waste.
We are zero waste on there. That's huge.
Even out of corporate headquarters. Zero waste.
Right. And right now, for those that have toured, you see what they do. They shut their lights off in the building at different times of the day, different sections. They already have a no plastic policy in there.
No water bottles.
No water bottles. They have special plastic or glass, whatever it is. That special plastic. What is it? There's a name for it. It's not really plastic, but you know what I'm getting at. So they're already ahead of the
glass.
No. There's another.
They give everybody water bottles.
Anyways, there's another. Anyways, so they are ahead of the game. This is your corporate team. This is your company that's ahead of the curve with getting everything to be sustainable and reusable in that short period of time, because it takes a lot of effort, a lot of money to do that. Mm-hmm. So watch that video. That's just a little glimpse of what's going to come out. It's a short trailer. You can even send that trailer out before the complete video comes out. But more so, it's going to touch you as to what's behind you. When Renee presents this to someone, when Mandy presents this to someone, you have that behind you to back up what you're saying. So when people say no to you, that's okay, because you know the power of what you have.
Absolutely.
Very proud. Makes you very proud.
Both of those links are in there. They squish together, but the second link is the kind of behind the scenes look into the Cougars' life. That's that second link. The first one is the what is that called again? The business of the future. Both of them are posted in Team Limitless, but those are the links right there. And they're both so powerful, and it's really going to help us share this opportunity more. And one thing I would also just note there, switch business to opportunity. It's going to really sound different in people's heads. They don't want another job. So try to use opportunity. I know we're running a little bit late. Or a little slow.
We're almost done. 3 minutes.
Done. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this, but we have a new recognition program. It's called Path with Purpose. There's a link in Limitless as well. If somebody has it right now, you can just throw it up. But basically, there's going to be prizes and cash at every rank. Okay, you're going to get cash bonuses and prizes at every rank. Past consultant, it's got to be Crystal for the cash as well. But there are incentives, swag incentives as well. Instead of just a certificate and a pin, you're going to get something kind of nice, something with maybe a brand name. So take a look at that and get excited. Okay, South Korea. We are so excited about this. at first blush, you might think, man, I don't know anyone in South Korea. Oh, I don't care. You can hashtag South Korea. You can find people anywhere. South Korea is number 3 in the world in direct sales. They get it. They get it. They want it. Guess what else? They want to be first. They want to get in before anybody else. So we're launching October 8th. Get out there and share that message. Who wants to be in first? I got this opportunity. You get in first. You get ahead of everybody. Maybe don't talk like that.
Their economy is booming right now.
Booming.
They have disposable income. They have extra income. So
yep, they're looking for opportunities. They love network marketing. It is the perfect place to do what we do. And it does not matter if you don't speak Korean, South Korean. I don't know if they speak something different in North Korea, but don't worry if you don't speak South Korean. Most people who are in business, especially in other countries, they learn English. That's part of their, just like we learn another language in our high school, not very well, but just like we do that, they are really up on the times for, learning other languages so that they can do business. Okay, we're almost done. All right, so I kind of already talked about the standards. We want to keep this so simple. We want to keep this duplicatable. We want to have our standards. We want to have the things that we just are non-negotiable. This is what we do. This is how Team Limitless crushes things, right? We lead with the value pack. We make Ice a Body and the Ice Life app a must, a non-negotiable. We show them that lifestyle continuance auto ship program. It is not, oh, let's just get you some more products next month. No, this is how you continue your lifestyle, right? And we make events a non-negotiable. These things are the most important things in our industry, and they will absolutely be duplicatable if you hold them to a high standard. If you are confident and have posture about these things, whatever your things are, you don't have to do the ones that, I like your diffuser in the background, Prez. I just saw that. You got lavender going because you're all relaxed. Yeah, if you have standards, just have your top 4 and just rock them, and don't let anybody not do your standards. That will be duplicatable, because if you insist upon them, that person's going to insist upon them because they know it worked for them.
Absolutely. And don't apologize. Don't apologize for showing someone the best way to set them up for success. Megan, do you trust me to set you up for success? This is the best program that I could possibly put in front of you based on what you told me. I believe it's the value pack. Some people are leading with the ultimate pack, which is even better, but even the value pack, that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points, but it is. It's got the highest retention. You get to your goals the quickest. So if you're not comfortable with that, get comfortable with it. Train with it. Role play. There's a lot of people on here that will role play with you, but it's not just going to happen. You have to start talking about it. Don't apologize for it. One thing that I want to leave with tonight, and Herb Cepeda got up in front of everybody, I think it was at Leadership. He talked about distractions, you guys. There's a lot of distractions out there. If some of you, everybody has those moments where, wow, I wish my business was doing this or that, or I'm not where I want to be. And it's easy to see shiny objects. And I will tell you, there are people right now that I know, I've had discussions, that are in the pain of making a bad decision because they let a distraction pull them in a direction they thought was all great, and the grass is not greener. We have the best, and I don't say this out of theory. This is fact, because you can actually dissect other plans out there. We have the best compensation plan, period. We have a compensation plan for the average person to make a lot of money if they put the work in. A lot of companies, you see people go to the top, but they're the superstars. And their friends aren't next to them to the right. Their friends aren't next to them to the left. Their friends are left way behind. And they saw the light and they jumped into our program because they did well in their other company, but that company let them down. So don't be distracted. You will have people that will offer you something. They'll say to you, listen, you come in now, in 2 years, you'll be at the top of this company, and boom. And it happens. And I just want you to know, trust me, we would not be here. And I think most of you see that. You would not be here if you didn't think that this was the best place to be. There's no other Jim, Kathy, Eric, and Peter Coover, period. There is no other compensation plan, period, like this. There are no other products that have the science and that can do what this does, period. We are in the best place at the best time. We just need to do the work and then you can turn around and you can look at all of your friends in your team right next to you on this journey. So I want to leave with that because it's so important.
Okay, you can leave with that, but I have 2 updates. Okay, cool. All right, so many of you saw this speaker at Celebration, and all of you fell in love with her. Gabby Dean is our special guest next Monday night for the team call. She is a freaking rock star and is jumping on our call. It's going to be like 8:30 in the morning for her, 10:30 in the morning, something like that, and she is hopping in. She is a powerhouse. Actually, if anybody of you remember the Operation Freedom Tour, her and her crew are kind of doing that right now. They're in an RV from Nashville to New York, and they're stopping everywhere doing way bigger meetings than we did, but still. And then September 10th, we have Lloyd Ross and Alicia Fernandez. These 2 are a force to be reckoned with.
Top income earners in Australia, these guys, and they are awesome. They're young. How old are they? They're in the start. I think they're still in the start.
They're
group.
start ambassadors.
They're start ambassadors. They are killing it, and they're just. I mean, they're just so friendly, so amicable, so fun to be around. And they're going to give us their goodies and their tidbits. So between Gabby and them, and then we get some other surprises coming up.
Yeah, we got the Aussies and the Kiwis coming on. Just a boom, boom.
Where else do you get this information? I mean, this is awesome.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And we've got some UK people coming soon too. So we're going around the world with this baby. Yeah. We're going to get some inspiration from around the world because that's where it's at right now. We're going to hit South Korea real hard. Watch out. We're going to speak South Korean from now on.
That's right. Any last minute important things, just because we're running late and we don't keep people. Jody.
Just really quickly, Liza and I are going to be starting up the practice calls, again, the target practice calls on Thursday nights. So we're going to rotate some of what we're talking through there so that it complements Say, Share, Do. And then I just wanted to emphasize again the plugging in. Guys, you're on this call, you hear what Josh and Lisa are lining up for us. If your people say they want to do this business and they are not getting on these calls, they're not serious. Maybe they have to watch it after the fact, but this is the way that you grow and you learn as you plug in. And if they're not doing it, they're not serious. So keep that in mind. You can't push a rope. So just open it up for people to be here. But ultimately, it's everybody's responsibility to grow their own business and to plug in and be here to actually get the information they need.
I mean, this is awesome. I don't know a lot of teams that have this practice, and the fact that Liza and Jody put this together, I'll tell you, if you're afraid to talk, we get it. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to say? Get on these calls with them. These girls, these women, they know how to rehearse. These sister friends, they know how to rehearse, and you're amongst people that love you, and they're not going to judge you because they were there too. We were there too. Once you start doing this over and over again, you role play, you get comfortable. So then you're in front of someone, and it rolls off your tongue, and we're all going to screw up. But then you realize it doesn't matter. It just does not matter. So thank you, Jody, for Liza, for doing that. Carter.
Yes, I didn't want to take too much time, guys. Thank you. Huge gratitude to everyone that's contributed to this, everyone that's given their piece of information. I just wanted to share something close to my heart. In around Christmas time, Todd Falcone did a promotion for Brendan Burchard's High Performance Habits book. And I was able to get that and read that before Celebration and come in fully prepared with what he was talking to. Guys, if you guys have a little bit of stumbling, I will leave it at this. Read that book, get that book. We got it in our packet Celebration, right? But the best part of it is it's not so theoretical. It's the how. It's things to do to become a high performer. And it had me motivated coming into Nashville. So I sincerely recommend that book if you do not have it and get through it.
Awesome. Awesome. I still haven't read it, and I'm going to read it. And that delivery, Carter. Thank you, my friend. All right, guys, we're going to wrap up tonight. Remember what Jody said, get your team on here. If people are building, have them show up. This is where the nuggets happen, or have them watch the call. If you do see this, when you do see this in Team Limitless, please comment on it, something that you liked about it. It's not for us, it's for your team and you as a leader. If you've enrolled one person, you are a leader. Your people will see that you take this serious, and they're going to follow you. So leave a little comment about this call, whatever you feel, your people will see it. It'll draw them in to see it, and it just promotes more duplication. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Lisa, Jody, Jennifer. Yeah.
Congratulations once again, Jennifer Gabby Bennett, for being on stage for the Six-Figure Club.
Nice,
annual earner, 6 figures. That's huge.
Congratulations.
Way to go, girl.
Awesome.
All right, guys.
And congratulations to all you for getting up on stage next year, because you're all going to be
What,
there.
what? And we're going to all party at the Crystal Reset Party, right?
Love you guys. Next Monday night, 8:30. See you. Have a great week. Bang it out.
See you tomorrow night on the call.
Tomorrow night on the call.
Ooh.